welcome once again all my viewers. Just thank you so much for keep liking and share my video. I hope you guys must have enjoyed all my videos which I have uploaded till date. So first of all, I would like to say that whatever comments you have been giving into my videos is a big motivation for me. So keep commenting, and in case you have any queries, do like, share and subscribe my channel. And whatever queries you have, you can write down on my mail id, that is rst_chakravarti@yahoo.com, or you can text me, you can write down on my comment section so that I can come across whatever problems. So my videos are especially for those children, those who cannot afford expensive coaching centers. So tuitions जो बच्चे afford नहीं कर पाते हैं, those who cannot afford tuitions and coaching classes, for them my classes are available. I have uploaded already so many topics of class 12th. So in case if anybody is having any issue with any topic of class 9, 10th and 11th, 12th, you guys can write down on my comment section and I will try to upload the video. So today we are going to discuss the chemical bonding topic, in which I am going to discuss about the hybridization. Before this video I have uploaded 4 more videos on this topic. So I hope you guys must have watched. In case अगर आप लोगों ने नहीं देखा, you guys not have seen those videos, so first you should see all the videos, then you come to this one, because otherwise what happen, you guys don't understand the basic concept of chemical bonding, where I have discussed everything about Lewis dot structure to overlapping to bond formation, covalent bonding, ionic bonding, different condition, how covalent bonds form, what are the strong, which one is more stronger, how polar, non-polar. So I have discussed in detail all those things: valence electron pair repulsion theory, valence bond theory, how there is a overlapping of orbitals, then what is octet theory. So that everything has been discussed in my previous videos. So today I am going to discuss this topic, that is your hybridization. So let me read out for you. Hybridization can be defined as the process of intermixing of orbitals of slightly different energies so as to redistribute their energy, resulting in the formation of new set of orbitals of equivalent energies and shape. So what are the salient features of hybridization? Let me discuss with you. The number of hybrid orbital is equal to the number of atomic orbitals that get hybridized. Second one is the hybridized orbitals are always equivalent in energy and shape. The hybrid orbitals are more effective in forming stable bonds than the pure atomic orbitals. And the next one is these hybrid orbitals are directed in space and in some preferred direction to have a minimum repulsion, to avoid the repulsion, because if there is a repulsion between them, then the bonds get weaker. So to avoid the repulsion, to have a minimum repulsion between the electron pair and thus a stable arrangement, so there will be a hybridization. So all these points I think I have cleared it out. So next point is important conditions for the hybridization. So let me discuss one by one. First is the orbitals present in the valence shell of the atoms are hybridized. The orbitals undergoing hybridization should have almost equal energy. So keep it in your mind, those orbitals which underwent hybridization, they always have equal energies, and the promotion of electron is not essentially conditioned prior to the hybridization. So there is no compulsion that there will always be a promotion of electron. Next point is, it is not necessary that only half filled orbitals participate in the hybridization. In some cases, even filled orbitals of valence shell take part in the hybridization. Now talking about the types of hybridization, here you can see I have shown you the figures of s orbital, p orbital and d orbital. Here you can see there is a p bond, s bond and d bonds. So as you can compare the next slide to a molecule ion bonding shapes also. Here you can see trigonal, tetrahedral, trigonal, bipyramidal, octahedral. Yesterday in my previous video I have discussed all the diagram, all the structures and different molecules. Like for trigonal pyramidal I have discussed boron trifluoride. For tetrahedral structure we have discussed about methane. Then trigonal bipyramidal we have phosphorus pentachloride. For octahedral shape we have discussed sulfur hexafluoride. So these are the different molecules, compounds which I have discussed in detail about the hybridization of these molecules. Now here you can see again for sp hybridized, yesterday I spoke about carbon dioxide. So today in this video I have discussed about the beryllium dichloride. Here you can see there are 8 in chlorine, that is yours, it belongs to group number 17, so it is having 7 electrons and 1 electron will make a bond with beryllium. You can see in beryllium belongs to group number 2, so it is having 2 valence electron. So through this octet violator, so number of regions around the central atom, that is, so it has to be shape is linear and the bond angle is 180 degree. Talking about the hybridizations, atomic number of beryllium, as I told you, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, 1s2, 2s2. So hybrid sp orbital, one part is s and one part is s. Okay, so how we can write down in this way? This is the presentation how we can write down sp hybridization. So beryllium is said to be the sp hybridized. I hope बच्चों आप लोगों को समझ में आ गया होगा how we can write down and how it is taking place. There is a participation of s and p orbital and results in the formation of sp hybridized. So each chlorine atom, that is 1s2, 2s2, if we write down the configuration of chlorine, that is 17, the molecular formula, the atomic number of chlorine is 17, so we can write down in a way 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5, and it has one unshared electron pair. So the half filled p orbital overlap head on with the half filled hybrid sp orbital of the beryllium to form a sigma bond. So through electron dot structure also we can understand here beryllium 2 electrons get participated. However, from chlorine side the 7th electron will participate for the bond formation, and there will be a sp hybridized orbital and it has a linear shape with 180 degree bond angle. Now talking about boron trifluoride, बच्चों आप लोगों को समझ में आएगा, boron is like having 3 electrons and 3 fluorine, that is total 21 electrons. So overall 21 plus 3, that is 24 electron participating, half we can say, so it is 12. So how we can write down the Lewis dot structure? You guys can see the central atom is having 3 electrons, all right, and fluorine is having 7 electrons overall, and the shape would be trigonal planar, angle will be 120 degree. So it's a 3D structure, so you don't get confused with the structure that how it is 120 degree. In a trigonal planar, there too if we talk about boron trifluoride, the bond angle would be 120 degree. Here you can see the hybridization. So 2s. So hybrid sp2 orbitals, that is one part of s and two part of p. So this is how the bond formation will take place through valence shell electron VSEPR theory. We can say that it is sp2 hybridized. Each fluorine atom is having 1s2, 2s2 and 2p5, has one unshared paired electron in a p orbital. So the half filled p orbital overlaps head on with the half filled hybrid sp2 orbital of the boron to form a sigma bond. So this is the structure through electron dot structure. If we talk about the hybridization, how it takes place. So this is the presentation. I hope you guys can understand very well through this diagrammatic presentation. So now talking about sp4, that is your methane. Carbon is having 4 electrons, hydrogen also having 4, so overall 8 electron participation, that divided by 2, so there will be 4 bond pair. Now talking about geometry, it is having tetrahedral geometry and the bond angle would be 109.5 degree. This is the overall hybridization, hybrid orbitals, how there is a participation. So hybridization is sp3 orbital, one part of s and 3 part of p. Formation of methane molecule. So each hydrogen atom, that is 1s1, has one unshared electron in an s orbital, and the half filled s orbital overlaps head on with the half filled sp3 orbitals of the carbon to form a sigma bond. So this is the presentation through which you guys can understand the participation of electrons from hydrogen and carbon, and the bond angle would be 109.5 degree. So what is unshared pair electron, what is double and triple bond? Here I am going to discuss about those electrons which are not going to participate. They are known as unshared pair. So unshared pair occupy a hybridized orbital the same as bonded pair. जैसे कि bonded pair आपके हाइब्रिडाइजेशन में पार्टिसिपेशन सेम वैसे ही लिखा हुआ है, दैट इज अनशेयर्ड पेयर ऑक्यूपाई अ हाइब्रिडाइज्ड ऑर्बिटल the same as the bond pair. See the example of ammonia that follows double and triple bond are formed from the electron. Ammonia का example लेते हैं. As you guys can see, carbon and nitrogen. So nitrogen is having 3 electrons and the participation of 3 electron from the nitrogen side and 3 electron from the hydrogen side. Rest all the electrons, it is unshared pair of electron which will not participate, but it occupy a hybridized orbital. Now talking about double and triple bond, as I told you yesterday also, if there is a single bond, then there is only sigma bond. But if there is a double and triple bond, then there will be a pi bond. So what I have written over here, let me read out that double and triple bonds are formed from the electron left behind and unused in the p orbital. So since all multiple bonds are formed on the top of the sigma bond, so the hybridization of single bond determine the hybridization and shape of the molecule. So here you can see that is NH3. So total bond pair is 4. All right, and the structure shape would be tetrahedral. Bond angle will be 109.5 degree. Number of regions around the central atom, here you can see there is one lone pair of electron over the nitrogen and 3 bond pair. Okay, so it will also occupy the hybrid orbital. So if we talk about the hybridization of ammonia, you can see there is a participation of 2s2 and 2p3 of nitrogen. We have written this is the valencies. So electron will go to the, when it get hybridized, what happen, because of which the electron gets shifted to the 2p, there is a single electron filling over p. So this is the presentation how we can see sp3 hybridized. So the formation of ammonia, what we can write down here, you can see the electron dot structure of ammonia or the electronic participation, that is total electrons from the nitrogen and hydrogen side. So each hydrogen atom is having one s1 and has one unshared electron pair in s orbital. So the half filled s orbital overlap head on with the half filled hybrid sp3 orbitals of the nitrogen to form a sigma bond. So here you can see it is a sp3 hybridized tetrahedral structure and the bond angle would be 107 degree. Now talking about sp3d hybridization, so here I have given an example of phosphorus pentafluoride. Bond pair, again if we talk about bond pair, total 40 electrons, so bond pair would be 20. Total number of electron participation, if you talk about, from phosphorus it is 5, from fluorine it is 5, but there are 3, so total. So number of regions around the central atom, that is 5. You can see 5 is phosphorus is the central atom, and around the phosphorus there are 5 fluorine molecules. So the shape of the molecule is trigonal bipyramidal. Total electron participation, that is 40, and divided by 2 is equal to 20 pairs. So in pairs we can say it is 20 pairs, because pair means 2 electrons, so total pair is 20. Total number of electron participation is 40, and the shape will be trigonal bipyramidal. Bond angle, there will be 3 bond angles, that is 90, 120 and 180 degree. Bacho, very important to remember this, to learn this bond angle for phosphorus pentafluoride. So here it is the representation of hybridization, how electron get excited to d orbital from the p orbital, and there will be a hybridization of sp3d. Phosphorus, if we write down the electronic configuration of phosphorus, that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2 and 3pd3. So here you can see the overlapping or the electron participation from the phosphorus side. So what I have written over here, let me read out that each fluorine atom is having 1s2, 2s2 and 2p5, and it has one unshared electron in a p orbital. Okay, so the half filled p orbital overlaps head on with the half filled hybrid sp3 orbital of the phosphorus to form a sigma bond. So here it is the electron dot structures of bond formation between phosphorus and 5 fluorine atoms. Bond angle would be 90, 120 and 180 degree. This is the best example for octahedral symmetry. Yesterday also I spoke about sulfur hexafluoride. It is having octahedral, total number of electrons that is 48. So in pairing we can say 24 pair of electron. symmetry, that is your shape is octahedral, bond angle is 90 and 180 degree. If we talk about the hybridization, so 3p electron it get excited to 3d orbitals, and hybridization will be sp3 d2. Each fluorine atom is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p5, so it has one unshared pair of electron in a p orbital. The half p orbital overlap head on with the half full sp3d2 orbital of phosphorus to form a sigma bond. So this is the electron dot structure through which we can see the overall electron dot structure, or we can say the participation of electrons from the sulfur and fluorine, and there will be a hybridization or hybrid orbitals. So bond formation. Now talking about the hybridization shape and total region. So if there is two, we can say it is a linear or sp hybridized orbital. If there is a participation of three orbitals, that is sp2, we can say it is trigonal planar shape. Now talking about sp3 hybridization, so regions will be 4, and the tetrahedral shape we have discussed. For 5 we have discussed that is it is sp3 hybridized, and the shape would be trigonal bipyramidal. And for 6 like we have discussed that is octahedral shape, and hybridization will be sp3d2. So on the left hand side what I have written like BeCl2, so it has a linear shape carbon dioxide. So there is participation of two atoms, that is carbon and oxygen. Similarly beryllium chloride BeCl2, so it has a linear shape. Similarly if we talk about tetrahedral symmetry, I spoke yesterday also, like if I give you an example of methane, it is having tetrahedral shape and sp3 orbitals. For octahedral sulfur hexafluoride, and the hybridization will be octahedral, and shape, sorry, I'm very sorry, shape will be octahedral and hybridization sp3d2. So here you guys can see the participation, how methane building blocks, carbon is having 4 electron in its outermost shell, and hydrogen having only 1 electron because the atomic number of hydrogen is 1. So how there is a bond formation, or there is electron participation from hydrogen and carbon dioxide. So this is the wonderful presentation through which you guys can understand the electron participation along with the bond formation between the carbon and hydrogen in a methane molecule. So this is valence shell electron pair repulsion theory through which we can explain the structure of methane. And now the tetrahedral geometry, how there is a formation of tetrahedral geometry. See, this is a very nice presentation of methane molecule. Hope you guys can understand the tetrahedral symmetry of, or tetrahedral hybridization. How electron clouds will move around the nucleus. This is such a wonderful presentation of bond formation and electron participation, of how we can fill the electrons in the s orbital, 1s, 2s and 2p. As we know, for p there is px, py and pz. So number of electrons or electron filling, how we can show in this diagram. So when there will be a hybrid, when there is a bond formation from s orbital, electron get excited and moves up to p orbital. There, from here you can see there is overlapping. So this is such a wonderful presentation through which I believe you guys can easily understand how there is a sp3 hybridization in a methane molecule, and the bond angle is 109.5 degree. This is, you can see the hydrogen molecule, 4 hydrogen molecule having spherical shape, that is s orbitals, and there will be an overlapping through which there is a bond formation, sigma bond formation. Similarly, if we talk about formaldehyde, this is an aldehyde where the formula is SCHO. So here you can see the electron participation. Hydrogen is having 1 electron, carbon is having 4, and oxygen is having 6 electrons. So how we can see the participation, here you can see through this slide the wonderful example of formaldehyde. There is a double bond between carbon and oxygen and single bond between hydrogen and carbon. So how there will be a bond twisting, and the bond angle between the here you can see 120 degree, and now you can see the electrons revolve around the nucleus, and once it get excited, so there will be shifting of electron from 2s orbital to 2p orbital. So here you can see this is something a very good understanding through these slides you guys can understand very well. So there is a participation of 2s orbital, 2px and 2pz. So how the hybridization will take place, and the bond angle would be 120 degree. And this is an example of sp2 hybridization, and the shape is trigonal planar. So on oxygen you guys can see there is a lone pair of electron over the oxygen atom. So it is sp2 hybridized, and if we talk about the shape, that is trigonal planar. This is how there is a formation of pi bond, because there is a double bond, as I told you in my previous videos. Then whenever you can see a double bond, so there will be a pi bond formation, or when there is a triple bond, there is a pi bond formation and 2 lone pair of electron. So similarly bachcho, I am going to discuss about other structures. So till then, thank you so much for this video. In coming videos I will upload few more structures, and in this way I will discuss few more molecules like hydrogen cyanide also. So till then, thank you so much for watching my video. Keep sharing and subscribe my channel, and thank you so much. As I said always, my videos are only for those for everybody, but specifically for those students who cannot afford expensive tuitions and coachings. So please do like, share and subscribe my channel.